Hi everyone and welcome back to Sara's AI Playground. Today we are diving into Colab, Google Colab, an incredible tool for everyone to do codes and especially interested in data science, machine learning, or just running Python code in the cloud. I'll show you how to get started. I will show you the hotkeys, shortcuts, and explore some powerful features that can make your workflow smoother and faster. And let's jump right in. So for the first thing we're going to do is to open the Google Colab, and you can simply search on a Google search button, Chrome button for the Google Colab, or you can simply tap the link of the Google Colab itself. It's the google.research.google.com. So you should go to this site, and here you can see the main features of Colab, and it first suggests you to create a new notebook or open the existing one. So what I do love in Google Colab is the fact that it's connected directly with your drive, so you can save your files in the right in the drive. Either you can save in the device. So it's just like a Jupyter notebook, but it's much easier, believe me. So I'm going to create a new notebook right here, or you can upload the existing file, IPyNB or Python file right here, browse, and drag or drop. Or you can also open the file if it is in your Google Drive or GitHub, or simply you can find it from Resin folder, yeah. And then you can also see the examples that Google Colab provides. These are the useful examples that you can find, necessary libraries, popular notebooks, and etc. So I'm just going to click on the new notebook button and see, and just open the new notebook. Okay, Google Colab is divided into cells. You have two types of the cells, the code cells and text cells. Let's start with code cells. You can write any Python code here. For example, let's print a simple hello world. Yeah. Print, okay, hello world. And I'm just gonna click Shift and Enter button to automatically run the cell, or you can either click onto this Run button to run your cell. It's either way it works. And for me, it's much easier to use the hotkeys with the Shift and Enter. So now if you want to add some description or titles, you can use the text cell with Markdown. Let's create new cell over here, the text cell, and let's write and edit our text. This is a title. So you can write here either the title of the codes upcoming, or you can add some description. You can add the necessary notes. Yeah, you can also add comments, or etc. etc. You can also put a guideline of your codes, what's it about, and etc. You can divide them in sections. So if you want to make it bold, you can simply click on this. If you want to make it italic, you can click on this, and it will be italic. So after that, we can just click on any space we have, and here we have our text. So about the hotkeys and shortcuts, guys, now let's talk about them. And press Control Enter or Shift Enter to run your cell. So I just showed you how to do it with the Shift Enter, and I'm going to press it with Control Enter. It works either way. So the next thing we're going to do is to press Control M button. Control M. Okay, why that works? Okay. To turn the cell into Markdown. So you can see that it turned into Markdown, and here we can write our notes. So you can find a list of shortcuts by clicking on Tools on the menu button. Here you have a menu button, and we can just simply check what features we have right here. And the Tools is the main one to find your hotkeys right here in the command palette, keyboard shortcuts like this. And you can see all the hotkeys here. And I do recommend you to get to know all of them, or maybe some of them, to make your life easier and working much more faster. The main features of Google Colab, one of the coolest features of Colab, which I told about before, is the ability to connect directly to your Google Drive. This makes accessing and saves files super easy, and you can also mount the drive into your Google Colab. So for that, you have to just simply from google.com, Google Colab, we have to import the drive. And then we have to mount the drive.mount. So this is going to give our drive content. After running this cell, it will ask you for authentication. Yeah, after you do your authentication with your Google Drive, we'll continue. And we give the permission for Google Colab to be mounted with your drive. Why we do so? Whenever you use big data sets, you cannot simply, it will be not convenient to upload all of them into temporary memory right here, right? So we can, of course, upload the files inside of it and inside of the content for temporary, but I don't recommend you to do this. Unless your work is temporary, or you're doing something for testing, or etc. If you are doing something for training or something serious, I do highly recommend for you to save all of your data set into your drive and then mount that drive with your Colab. That will always keep your data set in one side, and you don't spend your time or waste your time uploading this data set, same data set, over and over again, in the case when your notebook shuts down, and then, yeah. And the second thing is, I do recommend you to drive your mount, mount your drive, sorry, mount your drive, because it will be easier for you when you're training your models, save your models or their steps, their checkpoints into the drive. So in case your notebook shuts down, or you have your computer shut down, or you have something emergency, or you have to stop, so the progress you had on that time is not lost. So guys, after we drive the mount, we run the cell drive mount, we can see here the drive folder, which means that we have our all things, files, folders that we have in the drive right here. We can see all of them inside of the Colab. So it will be here unless you shut down your notebook. So this is really cool. And now I want to show you, how to import necessary libraries. Some of the libraries are already existing inside of the Colab. For instance, we don't have to write pip install numpy, because it's already installed inside of the Colab, and so we don't have to do it over time. But some libraries have to be installed before moving on. For instance, it's all about PyTorch, Torch Audio, it's about transformers. You have to install them. Torch is already installed for me, but it will not be installed for you, guys. So you will have to install it. Because I used Torch previously in my drive right now, and it says that requirement already satisfied. So if it says requirement already satisfied, it means that library is already installed inside of your Google Colab. And Google Colab is great for collaboration also. You can simply share. It's like sharing your docs or sheets, and you can easily share it by clicking on the share button, and you can share the link. You can make it open so that anyone with link can edit, view, or comment your codes. It's up to you guys. And it's super easy to collaborate with your colleagues and everyone who wants to see your codes, right? So For those doing heavy computations, you can speed up your task by enabling GPU or even TPU acceleration. Just go to the runtime. Here we have automatically running on the CPU resource. So after clicking on this button, you can see the resources you have. Right now we are on the CPU. And if we want to speed up, we have to click right here and click on the change runtime type, and we have to simply click on the T4 GPU. It says changing runtime attributes may terminate your current session. Are you sure that you want to continue? And guys, keep in mind that it's free. It's free. It will provide you around 16 GB of the GPU memory, and it's limited. Yes, it's limited, and you have to think about it before doing training. So you have to edit and tailor your parameters according to this, okay? After we click on this, and after we click on the save button here, you can always use the CPU, but it will be much slower. So we can switch on the T4 GPU. And also, guys, keep in mind that T4 GPU runs temporarily. So when you are out of time, it will just shut down your notebook. And it means that you cannot train for longer epochs if your data set is, for instance, big enough and your model is heavy enough. So it has limitations. And to switch on the more flexible and more convenient and even faster GPUs, you have to buy Google Colab Pro version, and you have to buy computational units. So for now, we are switching into the free provided GPU, and after this, all of our cells will, we have to run them all again because our things are lost, are considered as lost. So here we have system RAM 12.7 GB, GPU RAM 15 GB, and disk is around this. It will vary, yeah. So you can run all over again. If you had something installed, you have to install it right again. Because, yeah, as I've said, these things that we did previously are considered lost. So if you want to keep your work organized or shared with the world, you can save your notebook directly to GitHub. Click on File and save on GitHub. You can save it on Drive. I prefer to use the download so I can share my codes in messengers or somewhere else, or I can simply upload them on my own. Or you can also save a copy in Drive, so it will make it Drive. So it will save the copy of your codes in the Drive. And you can either download it on .ipynb file or .py file. So these are the main tools. You can also customize your environment to fit your style. For example, you can change the mode, the theme, to dark or light, or going by tools, settings, and you can change to the dark mode. So, but I really prefer using light mode. I don't know why, it's strange, right? Most of the coders use the dark mode everywhere, and in the Visual Studio, in other datas, but I do prefer using Colab in a light mode. So you can change it to the dark or light mode. It's up to you guys. And you can also set preferences like increasing the font size or enabling a high contrast mode, whatever works best for you. So sometimes, as I said before, let's go back to the RAM and memory issues. Sometimes you may run into session timeouts or RAM issues, especially with a large data set. To manage this, consider clearing outputs. Consider clearing the cache, restarting your runtime, or checking for memory usage. You have to just keep your eye on the resources so you don't have problems further on and out of memory problems, errors, OOM errors. So Colab has some handy extensions like the table of contents, which helps you to navigate through the notebook easily. For that, you have to, again, go to the tools, command palette, and you can find here any extension you want to explore. Yeah? Just play around, guys. And I do like that in the latest version of Colab, of course you will have the latest version, you simply have the, for instance, if we just try to do this, hello, like this, and we get error, right? It will have the AI integrated assistant, Gemini, so you can just click on the explain error button, and then you will get this window right here explaining your error. So you see, name error, hello is not defined, etc., and this. That's a great tool. This is something that I love also, because you don't have to copy paste it in the ChatGPT or somewhere else to find out your error and find out what's the problem in. So you just simply go to assistant and ask him. So that's a wrap on our Google Colab tutorial. I hope you found these tricks and tips helpful and handy, that you are now ready to take full advantage of this amazing tool. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Sara's AI Playground, and let me know in the comments what you'd like to learn next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.